Good evening, everyone, or morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world today. Welcome to Fayetteville Public Library Community Yoga. My name is Lori Brownmiller. I have been teaching this class for the last several years. My student today is Randy. He has been coming to the class for all the years that I have been teaching, so it's been quite a while. Tonight we're going to do a side angle practice is what we're going to get into, and possibly some side plank if it suits you. So if you want to have blocks or a blanket handy or a towel, something, I'm going to put it down on my mat to cushion my knees a little bit. We'll be doing a few things on the knees that just might give you a little protection if you already know that's one of your sore points. We're going to start in child's pose. So if you want to bring your big toes together, the knees as far apart as you like. Sit back on the heels, walk the hands forward, chest and heart reach for the mat, forehead rest on the mat or maybe on a block. If this is not comfortable for you, you can always choose a comfortable seat. You can sit on a blanket, you can sit on a bolster. Just find some place where you can tap into your day, tap into yourself. You can rest with the eyes closed or open. Take some moments here to find the breath. As I was planning my practice, I have this notepad that has all kinds of little quotes down at the bottom. And on this page, I found it fitting a quote from Stephen Levine, Healing into Life and Death. So much of our life is a reflection of what has just occurred rather than a direct participation in the unfolding moment. So with that being said, I challenge you this evening to be present on your mat. Take yourself into the moment as it unfolds. Don't worry about how this pose may have looked yesterday or last week. Just take it one step at a time, one breath at a time. Pressing into the hands, maybe sit the seat back a little further into child's pose. Let the heart sink towards the floor. Maybe rock the head side to side, massaging the third eye or the brow line. Feel the breath extend into the back body, filling up the lungs and the belly. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. We want long inhales, equally long exhales in and out of the nose. Maybe set an intention for your practice. If you need something other than just being present on your mat, that's my intention this evening. You can set your intention for whatever your heart desires or needs. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, we'll bring our fingertips to the mat. Come up like you've got cupcakes underneath your hands that you don't want to squish. Draw the heart forward, and as you exhale, walk the hands to the right. Finding a nice side stretch on the left side. If you're seated, on your inhale, bring the hands up. As you exhale, take the hands down to the right. Left arm will reach up and over. Draw the armpits up towards the ears, and then draw the shoulder heads back to bring the shoulder blades onto the back. And breathe. Your next inhale, you'll walk the hands through center. Lengthen the heart forward, and as you exhale, walk the hands to the left. For anyone that is sitting up, arms reach up on the inhale, and as you exhale, take the left hand down, right arm up and over. Find that side stretch. You want to feel opening on the right side of the body. Continuing the breath. Noticing what you feel like in this moment. On your next inhale, we'll walk the hands back to center, coming on to hands and knees. We'll shift the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. This might be a good time to make any adjustments to bring a cushion underneath the knees. Spread the fingers wide, press down through the knuckles and the base of the knuckles, the palms. On your inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. As you exhale, round the spine, point the chin towards the chest, tailbone towards the heels. Inhale lifts the heart, find cow pose. Collarbone draws through the shoulders. Exhale, round the spine, pull up from the back of the heart. 3 more with your breath. Inhale lifts the heart. Exhale rounds the spine. Keep moving with your breath. Something I like to point out in all my classes, yoga is a personal journey. If what I say or do tonight does not resonate with you, please take a pose that is better for your body. On your next inhale, find a neutral spine. We're going to take the right foot up and behind us. Flex the toes like you're going to press the heel behind you onto whatever is behind you. Breathe here. Keep pressing down into both hands. If you'd like to take a balance, maybe extend the left bicep beside the ear. Note the word maybe. It's always an option, not a requirement. Belly button pulls in and up. Press down through the right hand. Breathe. As you exhale, bring the left hand back down to the mat. We're going to swing the right leg out to the right. Plant the foot. We want that right arch lined up with the left knee. And from here, we're going to move through our rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Press the floor away. 2 more with your breath. Inhale, lifts the heart. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, round the spine. Chin tucks. Tailbone points down. Last round here. Inhale, heart comes forward. Exhale, spine rounds. On your next inhale, find that neutral spine once again. We're going to take the right leg back behind us. Coming over onto the left hand, left toes will point back behind us for a modified side plank. Right hand will come to the right hip. Maybe right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Press down through that left knee, down through the left hand. You want to engage all the muscles as you also extend out. Next, exhale, right hand comes down to the mat. Right knee comes around. Shake it out. Maybe do some rounds of cat-cow. Move one shoulder to the hip, the other, whatever feels good. We'll move on to side 2. On an inhale, left leg will lift up and back. Lengthen through that left heel. We want the hip or the heel level with the hip, not higher. Press into both hands, or maybe take the right bicep beside the ear, reaching the fingertips forward. Find that balance if it suits you. Belly's pulling in and up, pressing into the left hand. Next, exhale, right hand meets the mat, left foot shimmies out to the side. Press down through all 4 corners of the left foot. Both hands are under the shoulders. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. 2 more times with your breath. Moving through cow. Inhale, heart lifts. Collarbone draws through the shoulders. Exhale, round the spine. Last time here. Drawing the heart forward. Rounding the back. Inhale back to that neutral spine, moving to side plank on the opposite side. The left foot comes to the back of the mat. Right toes point to the long edge. Left hand can be on the hip, or left hand can reach straight up. Press down into the right hand to extend up through the left. Maybe take a gaze up at the left hand. Test your balance here. As you exhale, left hand meets the mat, left knee meets the mat, big toes together, sitting back, find child's pose. You can always round or take the hands back to the heels, let the shoulders round down, maybe roll the wrists. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, coming back to hands and knees, we're going to walk the hands forward about a hand's width, or like a hand's length, should I say. Finding a modified plank pose. Shoulders are over the wrists, the knees are down on the mat, arms squeeze in towards each other. Breathe here. As you exhale, we're going to point the elbows towards the back of the room, slowly lowering the chest and the heart. Finding our low cobra or baby cobra, press down through all 10 toes. Inhale, heart lifts. As you exhale, bring the forehead to the mat. We'll take that 2 more times. Inhaling, lift the heart. Pressing into the hands, maybe you push up a little further, down through the feet. Exhale, release. Last time here, we'll pause at the top. Inhale, lifts up. Pressing down through the feet, pull the belly in and up. Maybe press into the hands to raise a little higher. Just remember to breathe. On your next exhale, slowly bring the forehead down. We'll press up and back, finding child's pose through hands and knees. Sit back on the heels. 3 breaths here. Feel free to roll out the wrist. Take the wrist to the heels. On your next inhale, we'll move back to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, send the tailbone up and back. Find downward facing dog. Still spreading the fingers wide, press into the hands. Press the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Let the heart sink towards the floor. On your inhale, the right foot will step between the hands. Back knee comes down. Bringing the hands to the thigh, slowly come up for a low lunge. From here, I'm going to grab my block and bring it to my left-hand side. Actually, to my right-hand side. You can have the block on the right. You can take the right hand to the right knee. Either way, left arm is going to reach up. As you inhale, lengthen the side body. So we're going to draw the armpit up, and then we're going to lengthen over to the left. I like to have my block where I can reach for it, taking my hand off the thigh. You can always reach for the floor, keeping the right hand active, or keeping it on the hip or on the thigh. Take a gaze up at the top arm. Press down through both feet. On your inhale, coming back up. Both arms reach up. From here, we're going to take the hands down to the mat, maybe to blocks. Scoot that front foot forward so we can straighten that front leg. Finding a hamstring stretch. We want to keep the left hip over the left knee. From here, we want to draw the heart forward and the belly down towards the thigh. Relax the head and neck. From here, we're going to bend back into that front knee. Taking a modified warrior 2, we're going to turn the left toes to the short end of the mat, or the long end of the mat, excuse me. Coming up like a little side lunge here. The right leg is bent 90 degrees. Your right heel is in line with your left knee. You can outstretch the arms like Warrior Two. You can even maybe scoot the front foot forward, bend it a little more so that you get the angle of the back thigh for Warrior Two. As you exhale, we're going to take the right forearm to the right thigh. Draw that left shoulder back. Left arm will reach up. Press the forearm into the thigh so that that right side stays long as well. This is modified side angle. We will come back to this in its full expression. If this is the one you'd like to take today, feel free. On your inhale, coming back to that modified Warrior Two, arms stretch out. Exhale, both hands come down. Left leg points back, right foot steps to the left, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. You're always welcome to take hands and knees and or child's pose instead of downward facing dog. Relax the head and neck wherever you are. Return to the moment. Taking side 2, the left leg will step between the hands. Right knee drops. Coming up for that lunge with the left foot forward. We'll take that same IT band stretch. Left hand can be on the left thigh. Maybe it reaches for a block. Right arm extends up. Lengthen the side body, lifting the arm up and then over. Take a gaze up at the arm if that suits your neck. Inhale comes back to center. As you exhale, hands come down. Left foot heel scoots forward, straightening out that left leg, finding the hamstring stretch. Belly towards the thigh, chest and heart towards the toes. Head and neck are relaxed. Slowly bending back into the front knee. We're going to take our modified Warrior Two on the opposite side. Right foot swings behind you. Left heel might walk a little forward so that it lines up with that right knee. Extend the arms out. Maybe sink into that front knee. We just want to make sure the knee and the ankle are still in one line, not the knee bending further forward than the ankle. Finding our modified side angle. Left forearm to the left thigh. Right arm reaches up. And again, you might be able to look up. We want to think really long on that left side, so feel this stretch along the ribs like you did on that initial side stretch from child's pose. Inhale comes back to modified Warrior Two. Exhale, the hands come down. Right toes come back behind you. Left foot meets the right. Downward facing dog. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, tiptoe, maybe take one big step, or if you feel like hopping, feel free to jump to the hands, forward fold. Relax the head and neck. On your next inhale, lengthen halfway, hands come to the shins, crown of the head draws forward. As you exhale, forward fold. We're going to bring the left fingertips in front of the left foot. Bend the left knee, or maybe you're on a block if you can't reach the floor. Option is yours. Right hand will come to the right hip. We're going to turn that right shoulder up towards the ceiling. Find a twist. Leave the hips just as they are. We don't want to turn that right hip up. We want the twist to come from the thoracic spine, the middle of the back and up. As you exhale, slowly release. Taking it on the opposite side, right hand in front of the right leg, right knee is bent, left hand to the hip, left shoulder draws up, maybe look up, and breathe. As you exhale, slowly unwind the twist. Inhaling, halfway lift, draw the crown of the head forward, tailbone reaches back, exhale, fold. This next inhale will come to standing, sweeping the arms all the way up. Reach up, maybe look up. Exhale the hands to the heart. to the sides. Find your Tadasana or mountain pose. Pressing down through all four corners of the feet. Engage the legs, so think about hugging all the muscles in. Belly pulls in, shoulders draw up and then back. Opening the heart, being receptive to what the moment has to bring. On your next inhale, arms reach up, moving through half sun salutations. Exhale, hinge at the hips, let the heart lead, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale, refold on the exhale. Press down through the feet to rise all the way to standing. Lengthening the sides, reach up, look up. Exhale the hands to the heart, maybe to the side. Find your flow. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, hinges, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaches up. Lengthen, get tall. Hands come to the heart. Maybe make a wish. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folds. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Root to rise. Press down to stand up. Hands come to the heart. To the side. We'll add on here. Inhale, lifts. Reach up, look up. Exhale, folds. Halfway lift on the inhale. As you fold on this exhale, we're going to step the right foot back. Find a long lunge here. You're welcome to bring the back knee down. Decide if you need gentleness today or if you want to exert a little more energy. Next inhale, we're going to find crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Be strong on that back leg. Lift the back thigh. Draw the shoulder blades together so that the heart is open. From here, we're going to take a hold of the right wrist in the left hand. Lengthen that right side and then take a small bend to the left. Let the legs squeeze in towards each other so that we maintain some balance and strength. Next inhale, reach up. As you exhale, we'll twist to the left. On your inhale, we'll come back to center. Well, you're going to take another twist, but the option is yours. You can bring the hands to the heart, hook the right tricep onto the right thigh, or you can bring the right hand down to the mat, left hand on the left hip, or left hand reaching towards the sky. The option is yours. One more breath wherever you choose. As you exhale, bring both hands down to surround the front foot. Step the left foot back, find downward facing dog. On your inhale, we'll shift to plank pose. Knees can be up or down, modify as you need. Shoulders are over the wrist, arms squeezing in towards each other. Breathe. 2 more breaths. When you exhale, we're going to lower to the mat. Find yourself on your belly. Lengthen out the legs, press down through the feet. Heart lifts on an inhale. Exhale, release. We'll tuck the toes, press up and back. Downward facing dog. Next inhale, left leg steps between the hands, same side. Inhale, reaches up. Lengthen. Exhale, the hands come down. We'll step right foot to the left. Find a forward fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Fold on the exhale. Root to rise. Reach down to rise up. Hands come to the heart, to the side. Take a few breaths here. Notice the left side might feel different from the right. One side has done a little more work than the other. Again, let this moment unfold as it is. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. As you exhale, left foot steps back, plant the hands. Find that lunge. We're going to draw the legs close to each other. Knee can be up or down. Inhale, reach up. Squeeze the legs in. Left thigh is lifted. As you exhale, grabbing the left wrist, reach up and then over towards the right. Feeling a nice stretch on the left hip flexor and the front of the left leg. Inhale comes back to center. Lengthen, and then we'll twist once towards the right. Arms reaching out. Inhale comes back to center, arms reach up. Here's where you can decide the twist. Hands come to the heart. Maybe the left bicep goes onto the right thigh. Maybe the left hand comes down. Right arm can reach up. Lengthen through the fingertips. Keep the legs strong. As you exhale, hands come to the mat. Right foot steps back to the left. Downward facing dog. Next inhale finds plank pose. Press through the heels. Arms squeeze in. Take a gaze towards the top of your mat to keep the neck long. You have the option to take a vinyasa or come to the belly. Find your back bend. You can always press it back to downward facing dog. Maybe you're holding plank to build strength. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On your inhale, right foot steps between the hands. Find that crescent lunge. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, the hands come down. Left foot steps forward. Forward fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Fold on an exhale. Inhale, press down to rise all the way to standing. Reach up. Exhale, the hands to the heart, to the side. Take 3 breaths here. I'm going to grab a quick drink. We're going to take some of that and add on just a bit. On our inhale, setting up our strong mountain pose here. Reach the hands up. As you exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale, stepping back with the right leg. Inhale finds high crescent lunge. As you exhale, we're going to drop that back heel. Line up the back heel to the front arch, front heel to the back arch. Bend into the knee, find warrior 2. Arms will extend out. Belly's pulling in. Get a nice stretch on the front arm. We're going to take the left arm, fingertips to the nape of the neck. Right hand can come to the elbow here. Finding a tricep stretch. You might also be able to take a bind, meeting the fingertips to fingertips, or a strap or a towel from hand to hand. Inhale, reaches out. Lengthen the sides. Exhale. Find side angle. So our left arm's going to come onto the thigh, right hand onto the hip. Right hand can also come up, or right arm over the right ear. Press down through the right foot, lengthen through the right fingertips. Inhale comes back to warrior 2. Straightening the front leg, we're going to turn the toes to the long edge of the mat, find star pose. Both hands reach up. And as you exhale, forward fold. Find a wide leg forward fold. Bringing the crown of the head to the floor. Relax the arms. Shake the head yes or no. From here, we'll find a twist. Bringing the hands beneath the face on your inhale. Lengthen the spine. Left hand stays on the mat. Right hand comes to the hip. We're going to turn that right shoulder up towards the ceiling. Maybe bring the right hand to the small of the low back. Or maybe lengthen the right hand up to the ceiling, depending on your shoulder mobility. We want to keep both hip points facing the floor, so make sure that left hip didn't dip down and the right hip lift. As you exhale, slowly untwist. Right hand meets the left, re-lengthen the spine, get long. Right hand stays on the mat. Left arm comes to the hip. Turn that left shoulder towards the ceiling. Left hand can come to the low back or reach all the way up. As you exhale, slowly release. We're going to walk the hands around to the front, pivot both feet. Planting the hands, step the left foot to meet the right. Find downward facing dog. Options are to hang out here. You can take child's pose. If you'd like to shift to plank and take a vinyasa, you're more than welcome to do that as well, wherever you are. A vinyasa takes about 3 breaths, so if you're resting, take about 3 breaths. We'll all come back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left leg steps between the hands. Inhale, reaches up, lengthen, find that crescent lunge. Exhale, the hands come back down. We'll step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, press down to lift up. Lengthen the sides. Hands come to the heart or maybe to the sides. Find that mountain pose. Maybe reset. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant the hands, left foot steps back, right leg is forward. Next inhale comes up, leave your back knee up, Randy. I'm just going to modify. High crescent lunge. From here, we're going to open up to warrior 2. So if we're modifying, I should have done this first on the other side, but hindsight. If you're modifying, bring that right heel towards the left, or in line with the left knee, and you can still bend in here to take that warrior 2 lunge. We're going to find that tricep stretch, so the right hand will come to the nape of the neck. Maybe the left hand grabs the right elbow, or maybe the left hand reaches around the low back and finds the fingertips of the right, or a towel or a strap if you're holding onto a towel in the right hand. On your inhale, come back to that warrior 2. Side angle here, right arm onto the thigh, left arm comes to the hip. Draw that left shoulder up and back. Left arm can extend beside the ear. Breathe here. One more breath. Be strong in the legs, squeezing in towards each other. Inhale comes back to warrior 2. We'll straighten the front leg, turn the toes. This time, for our forward fold, we'll take a clasp of the hands behind us. When you're clasping, you can hold hands, you can hold elbows, or maybe fist bump. Decide what's going to work best for you. On your inhale, draw the shoulders down the back like the shoulder blades are going to scoop under the heart to lift it. As you exhale, heart leads, forward fold. If your hands are laced, you can lift them away from the seat, opening the shoulders. Maybe shake the head yes or no. Wherever you are, release the hands, bringing them to the mat. Halfway lift, crown of the head draws forward. We're going to walk the hands back around to the front. Pivot both feet, right foot meets the left, downward facing dog. Relax the head and neck. We're going to take a wider leg downward facing dog here, so bring the toes to the edges of the mat, maybe the big toe on the edge. Press down through the heels. Move the left hand towards the middle of your mat so that we can take a twist. Left hand stays planted. Right hand is going to reach for the right leg, right foot just towards the right, or the left side, I'm sorry. So find a grip or a reach towards the left. Take a twist, maybe look underneath that left arm. On your inhale, coming back to center, right hand plants where the left hand is. Left hand goes towards the right leg. Again, taking a gaze underneath the right arm, finding that twist, pressing the sit bones up and back. Bringing both hands shoulder distance apart. Feet come back to hip distance apart. Coming down to hands and knees. Sit back on the heels. Find child's pose. Rest for 5 breaths. Take a moment to revisit your intention. Whenever you're ready, we'll come back to hands and knees. We're going to work through some side plank. You can take the option that is best for you. I can show you a few of those. We had our first side plank. We're going to go towards the left side. So we'll come onto the left hand. You can turn the left toes behind you and bring that right foot out beside you. This would be a very gentle side plank. Maybe cushion the knee, get a little more cushion under there, get some softness. Your right arm can come up. You can also take a more advanced pose, finding plank, stacking the right foot on top of the left. You can stagger the feet, bringing the right foot in front of the left. Or if you really feel feisty today, maybe that right leg lifts towards the ceiling. Nice. As you exhale, come back to plank or hands and knees. We're all going to come back to child's pose. Your option to take vinyasa if you'd like. Always an option to move. Be wherever you need to be for 2 breaths, and then we'll take the other side. Coming back through hands and knees. Plant the shoulders under the wrist. Find your rendition of side plank. Maybe you start out with the right foot back, left foot at the back of the mat, right foot off to the side, left arm reaches up. Maybe you want to try another option where the right foot is on the knife edge or the pinky side edge. Stagger the left foot in front. Or maybe you have the left foot on top of the right. Or maybe you have the left foot lifted. 2 more breaths wherever you are. As you exhale, coming back to plank, find your position, whether it be down dog, whether it be child's pose, whether you flow. We will all meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, bring the right foot between the hands. We're going to bring the right hand inside the right leg. Maybe you walk the right foot over to the outer edge of the mat, finding lizard pose. You can have the hands flat. I like to come up onto fist so that my wrists are straight, gives them a little bit of a break. You can also come onto forearms. Left knee can be up or down. Again, decide what your energy is in this unfolding moment. And take care of you first. We're going to step the right foot back to downward facing dog. Left foot comes between the hands. Lizard lunge, opposite side. Left hand in between, or left hand on the inside of the left foot. Decide what's best for you, be it on hands, be it on fists. Right knee up or down. Forearms up or down. Wherever you are, honor the moment, honor yourself. Left foot steps back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Last dog of the night, 3 more breaths. If you're done with all the dogging that you want, we're going to come to our seat. I'm going to sit myself up on a blanket. We're going to take a wide-legged seat. Eventually we'll fold. Take the feet as wide apart as comfortable for you. Flex both feet so that the toes point up and the legs are engaged. Bring the hands beside the hips, maybe sit up a little bit taller. Push the pubic bone down so that the sit bones are a little bit behind you, so you can sit a little bit taller, keeping the natural curvature of the back. On your inhale, we're going to reach the hands up. As you exhale, we're going to take the hands right down the middle, wherever they'll reach. That might be to the top of your mat. That might be right inside your thighs or in the knees. Honor your edge. Relax the head. Belly draws down, heart draws forward. Same motion as if we were in that hamstring stretch. Keeps the curvature in the low back. Keeps the low back from rounding. Toes face up. On your inhale, slowly walk the hands back up. We're going to turn our heart towards the left. On your inhale, the left hand is going to stay on the mat, kind of out from the left hip. On the inhale, right hand will lift. Lengthen the side, so get long on that right side, and then reach the right hand towards the left, maybe shin, ankle, foot, wherever it'll reach. Take your left elbow and point it up towards the sky. Give yourself a little tent on that side to draw the belly towards the left thigh. Chest and heart reaches towards the left toes. On your inhale, slowly coming back up, turning towards the right. Right hand will come out by the right hip. Left arm reaches up, get long on that left side. And as you exhale, reach towards the right foot, right shin, right ankle. Keep both feet flexed, toes facing up. Pressing into those right fingertips, maybe draw the right ribs back as the left ribs come twist a little closer towards the right leg. Inhale, slowly coming back to center. Use the hands underneath the knees to help them bend and draw in. Legs will come out in front of you. Setting up for a twist. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee or thigh. Plant the right foot, flex the left foot. You can stay here for the twist. If you have mobility, you can bring the left hip or left heel to the right hip. We just want to make sure both sit bones stay on the mat and that you're firmly planted. If not, let's bring that left foot back out straight. From here, sit up tall, holding on to the right knee with the left arm or using the tricep to tuck in on the outer thigh. Right arm will lift up, long on that right side, bringing the right fingertips behind you. Use those fingertips as a prop to help sit up, not to lean on. Take a gaze over the back shoulder or the front. What works best for you? We'll slowly unwind, undo the legs, shake them out in between, cross the left leg over the right. Again, right foot can stay straight. If it is, flex that foot, or maybe bring the right heel to the left hip. We're going to sit up tall, holding on to the left knee, or maybe tucking the arm on the left knee. Inhale, left arm reaches up, get long on the left side, reaching the fingertips back. Find the twist. Remember to breathe. As you exhale, slowly unwind, undo the legs, bring the soles of the feet together, press the soles of the feet together. As we do this Baddha Konasana, we'll keep active legs. You can either hold on to the ankles, maybe you can wrap around the outside of the feet, lift the heart, and as you exhale, draw the heart towards the toes, belly goes towards the mat. Keep pressing the feet together. Feel the activity in the legs. Relax the head. Slowly coming back upright. Again, use the hands to help the legs come back to their normal state. Scooting ourselves forward on the mat, we're going to make our way down onto our backs, setting up for bridge pose. The feet should be about hip distance apart. Feet flat on the mat, knees bent with the knees up. Arms will come beside the body. You can press down through the palms as well as the upper arm bones, or you can take the arms with the elbows bent, fingertips facing up, pressing down. We want to move the shoulder blades underneath us onto the back. On your inhale, hips lift, press down through the inner arches of the feet. Act as though there's a block between the thighs and you want to squeeze that block as you're pressing down into the upper arms.
Try not to tuck the chin. Your chest will move towards your chin, creating the back bend that we want in the mid-back. Don't forget to breathe. As you exhale, slowly lower the hips. Relax the arms. Walk the feet out as the knees fall in. We'll be here for just 2 breaths. Let the palms flip up. From here, we're going to bring the feet back into hip distance. Draw the right knee into the chest. Maybe hold on to the right thigh, or half happy baby, take the outer edge of the right foot. We're going to straighten the left leg, if that's available. From here, draw the right knee towards the outer ribs, towards the armpit. Pulling the right knee back over towards the right shoulder, we're going to hold on to that right knee with the right or the left hand as we draw it across the body to the left. Find a twist. Aim for both shoulders to be on the mat, so maybe work lifting the left ribs off the mat so the right ribs and shoulder can lower. If that shoulder is still hovering, bring the right hand to the right hip. Maybe take a gaze to the right. On your inhale, draw everything back to center. Plant the left leg, right foot on the mat, left leg draws in. Finding that happy baby on the other side, or half happy baby, you can hold on to the left thigh or maybe the outer edge of the left foot. Right leg can straighten. Think about drawing that left knee towards the outer left ribs, towards that left armpit. We did a lot of crescent lunge today, so this is basically just your lunge that we've done. You're just on your back. You think about the foot placement, your leg that's straight is active. Keep that heel or keep that foot flexed. And whenever you're ready to take the twist, draw the left knee towards the left shoulder. Holding on with the right hand, we'll roll over onto the right hip. Again, maybe lift the right ribs so the left ribs and shoulder can lower. Maybe not. Wherever you are, if that left shoulder's hovering off the mat, bring the left hand to the hip so that that arm can relax. You can take a gaze wherever it's best for you. On your inhale, come back to center. Draw both knees in. You can rock side to side, back and forth. Take any pose that you might need before Shavasana, and that could be an inversion. If you practice any kind of inversion, a good one that we can all practice is just sticking your legs straight up like Randy's got going over here. You can always tuck a block under the hips, or you can move to a wall to put your legs up the wall.
I like to do that whenever I'm really tired and just in the middle of the day. It's like a nice reset. And whenever you're ready to set up for your Shavasana, feel free to stretch out on the mat. Take up some space. Let the arms rest out wide beside the body so that your lungs have room to expand. Relax the face. Relax the forehead, the jaw. Bring the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Take a deep inhale in, and as you exhale, feel the shoulders relax, the upper arms, the wrists. Let the breathing return to its normal pattern as you feel the hips sink, the legs let go. As always, thank you all so much for joining us this evening, or whatever time it is where you are. You can stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. We appreciate you joining us this evening. We hope to see you next week.